Hello, this is Dr. Mia Lueth. It's April 4th, I think. Yep, 4/4/2024. It's a Thursday. It's about 7:10 p.m. New York time, USA. And I don't want to get out of my chair. This is going to hurt. Here we go. Oh, boy. Jeez. Yeah, that was not fun. Oops, wrong one. Oh, yeah, I got all my stuff together. And by the way, I know that on the rare occasion I have a cigarette. Well, for one thing, understand most of the time I go outside. Uh, and also, people have to understand, like, there comes a point in time where it's just like somebody's trying to tell you, like, okay, well, you're going to have like surgery after surgery after surgery after surgery. Like, well, maybe I don't. Do you understand? But yeah, I can't be in this much pain. But I found another pain management doc, and that one I can walk to. It's very close by, so that way I can still get some pain management. Yeah, so he making me go every month, like do the piss test. Like, okay, great, more doctor's appointments and every kind of crap. Stressing me out. Yeah, that's helping my PTSD real great, man. Like, some people need to jump in here. Like, don't act like everybody in the U.S. can't do something. Even disabled people get the internet and friends and toes. There's people who can do things with their feet better than I can do with my hands, like brush their teeth. Right? There's a lot of stuff that's pretty amazing. That's the other thing. Is like, I think I need to mention this. I'm just being more open because it's just like maybe can give me any bullshit like they're acting. Yeah, I am gonna have to take some legal action. This is not something that I just run around doing. You know what I'm trying to say? I have taken all kinds of hits. All right, but sometimes some people swear. I swear. I swear. I never do it again. Never do it again. Never do it. Right. Okay. So what I'm trying to say is that, like, anyone who sees this, listen. Don't sit in like a social services office waiting room in the United States of America or Social Security. Okay. Right. And tell anyone sitting around that you know how to manipulate people and work the system, and your sister did this and blah blah blah, and you get this, great like free ride or something. uh what? And don't tell people that there's a doctor in having grace. Now, maybe they found that doctor because that was a while ago, like 2007 or so, who apparently you could pay $500 for, and he'd sign off, so you could get a big fat Social Security disability check. Okay, yeah. Shut your faces. See, here's the thing: is like what I'm saying is absolute truth, and I didn't ask. I'm just sitting around. You know what I'm trying to say, right? I was in this halfway house. Yeah, I know. The heads are gonna roll for that one. Yeah, this is what I'm trying to say. There's like, I checked the chatter too. I'm not exactly like U.S. intelligence like operative, but I understand them. And sometimes, like, yeah, sometimes just being a nerd online, you start picking up. Yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. Like, what the hell is this? Yeah, you know. Anyway, yes, okay. Bullshit, people. Mm-mm. Not everybody cheats on their taxes. You understand what I'm trying to say? Like, I know people. I know a male who has like all kinds of ridiculous tattoos, like hit all around, and on top of his head, he's bald. Like, his face is kind of cute, right? But but most of the time when he has a resting face, I'm sure people probably don't want to mess with it. Worked out, right? But there are times when I'm around this person, it's like this guy's too sweet, man. I'm gonna have to freaking right, like. We're gonna Shanghai somebody because they're gonna think he's a badass and right prepare for him. Instead, they're gonna get me. You understand? Like there are some people spreading some lying bullshit. Now, listen, I'm a scientist, okay? But any good scientist should know, okay? You may never get your answer. There may not be an answer because you might be asking the wrong question. Okay. But, I'm like a different kind of nerd. But, yeah, there are a lot of people around. Okay, so this is what I'm trying to say is that I've been around all different kinds of people. And what some people in Cecil County, what I'm trying to say is that, like, let's just say you had this real nice house, and there was this like small group of people attracted like all the cockroaches, and you know what I'm trying to say, like all kinds of every kind of body. Right, comes crawling out of the woodwork. Like, yeah, I mean, I'm trying to say. It's like, you, like, right, what I'm trying to say. So, like, and you clean that room, and you clean that room, and is this still a problem? There's just still a problem. Mhm. Uh, I have a short, so-called elderly woman living on the same floor as me. Oh, hey, hi, how you doing? Right, yeah, well, I do run God Cares Ministries, but apparently, it's a big issue that I tried to start a nonprofit. I'm still trying to figure out why that's a big issue. It's some kind of problem. I'm not sure. May have something to do with number five. Anyway, well, that family's been, rattling around this house for like at least 17 years. And one of them apparently was responsible for the fire. If you drive by Delaware Avenue, like during the day and it's real sunny, like if you look up by the like third floor attic, right, you can still see some of the charred burn marks. All right. So I'm trying to see, like, I read stuff, and I can't remember, like, it might be the mayor, and the executive. I'm not sure what all the political you know, titles are exactly. But yeah, the yearly, newsletter from Elkton and all the government. And it says, we're going to try and make Elkton a place you want to stay. Well, first of all, should advertise the fact you got a world class tattoo artist a bit more. Also, there are some people who are really good at hospital administration, and I realize the Christianity Care over here, Union Elkton, it's not a teaching hospital, but I'm sure you can do internships. And there are people who are more up to speed who might be just starting out, but if they're fresh out, maybe they don't need big bucks, but maybe they can help you right. Not ever tell another single living human being after she's been told by a neurologist and two, a respirologist and right, and one other doctor that she should meet as soon as she can, find a neurologist because she has signs of Parkinson's. You're fired. If there's some like people about getting ready to retire and like you kind of like worked in a tight ship, but you get the fact that stuff changes, you know what I'm trying to say. Might be able to teach some people some efficiency, some people skills, and train people not to lie straight to their freaking faces. Because that's a bold-faced lie. I can prove that, like lawyers, law enforcement. So I can say that out loud. I am going to test some stuff in court. Yeah. Well, you see, because like there's some people who fucking deserve it. Yeah. Number five. You know who number five is? Listen, anybody who's over 40 will understand this, but if you're not, and you do have the internet, and you can, look it up on a search engine, which is something like Google or Firefox. Kaiser Soze. Okay, let me say, Verbal Kent was using everybody. You know what I'm trying to say? And didn't give a shit about anybody else but his one fucking friend. Everybody else could fire off and die. You know what I'm trying to... Well, there's some people who apparently been here for a long time. People of Elkton, policymakers, law enforcement, sober people. Right. Yeah. You see what I'm trying to say? Like, you get what I'm saying? These people been here for a really long time. Sometimes you got to find the problem. You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah, Verbal Kent just doesn't give a shit. Right. Apparently, there's a male who apparently is schizophrenic, makes regular stops here around like 12:30, 1 o'clock on Saturdays. Right. You see what I'm saying? Like, Verbal Kent has one friend. Right. Right, yeah, law enforcement. Right. People who don't like to be like manipulated and lied to and then, have shit stolen and like tell everybody all over the place on the street and make stuff up and right. And then you see, unfortunately, Upper Bay made a mistake. I am talking about Upper Bay. Here you go. Okay. Lip readers. I do try with enunciation. I do have some musculoskeletal issues, but I try. Yes. What am I trying to say? But people who are getting tired of it. Right. You see, if what's attracting the cockroaches and all the other right things that start to fester, if you find it, you know what I'm saying, and you remove it, then maybe there won't be any festering around here. You understand? I kind of need to live here because I have, like, I don't know, 10 different doctors, and a lot of them are right, like, at this hospital here. And I'm having to change some doctors because, like, you people can't act professionally for to save your goddamn lives. Don't be giving me shit like I'm the crazy one. Upper Bay Counseling and Support Services. Yes, they don't know shit about adult autistics, but yet they will take money for them and they will say that they can look after them. And no, they're not allowed to make me into an autistic advocate. You understand? Okay, right. Hey, hi, people who know autistics, adults, like researchers, right? Friends of autistics. Hi, how you doing? I'm gonna let you take it. Make some free time. Right? Have fun. And take your time. Educating some people about what autistic adults do and don't do. Number one, a lot, you understand? Right. Don't have off buttons. Some of them don't understand that that pain is trying to tell them that they need to stop. Okay? Some are attracted to water, and that happens a lot. One goes running off. You go check the water. You know where else you go check? Yeah, the library. Yeah, I had somebody, like, I was running for safety, and I asked for help. And my PTSD was triggered. Now my whole family's dead. You understand? You understand? Like, on video. And I put you, a lot of it wasn't on video, but I did put some of it on video from, like, October. And well, yeah, of course I started, my spending time with the holidays with my musical friends who I may never meet out there doing the music thing, right? And because my whole family's dead. Some people don't have a Christmas tree because they don't have anybody to celebrate with. Eventually, you understand? Eventually, somebody gonna have enough. Now, here's what I want to say. Honestly, how many people were out there? Yay, Ruby Frankie. You guys should have your friends do all the social media stuff for you. And I would always buddy with someone if I were you. What? Live strong, Lance Armstrong. What? But it took so much courage. No, it didn't. And if it hurt the United States Postal fucking Service, quit fucking around with the United States Postal fucking Service. I have actually quite literally met people who are in such a big hurry to leave this planet. Not die, just honestly, we get off this rock. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with this rock? Well, go. Can I help you? I have a genius level IQ. I mean, I'll do what I can. Anyway, rumors on the internet, they come rolling by sometimes, they come and they go, and Some of them get resurrected later on. It's all retro. Yeah, when new people discover internets. See, I can talk about my real life, but all I have to do really is just change names. Now, that's what I'm getting at. Like, I'm talking to like every other like U.S. citizen or legal in the U.S. walking around. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, especially Cecil County residents, Maryland. Look, man, the people's just sucking resources right out of you. What, why are you letting Verbal Kent and Kaiser Soze keep thinking they're fucking like running the goddamn show? Why is Upper Bay like harboring criminals? Speaking of which, hi. Well, see, I did tell them numerous times. It's on their record and in their notes. Like I said, they are going to have to prepare to lie. Right. I don't care. We have a formal hearing. It may not get to court, but there's going to be some goddamn lawyers involved, and they are going to get grilled because they're going to tell the truth. Or they're going to perjure themselves. I don't know how 501c3 works in the United States of America. Anyway, yeah, well, I'll just save PNC for later. Yeah, there's some assholes gonna have to fucking deal with me till I'm done. But that's what I'm getting at. Like Cecil County, you know what I'm trying to say? Hi. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, if I'm looking around the garden here, you know what I'm trying to say? Right, sometimes you gotta weed the garden. You guys really want Kaiser, Stasa, and Verbal Kent to be in charge of some shit around here? And how would you people feel in this day and age if you let your landlord know, well, I'm sorry, I lost my key to get into my apartment. Oh, well, just you can take a butter knife and just pry it open. Excuse me. Yeah. There's some things going on in the United States of America, ladies and gentlemen. So what I'm saying is, like, celebrities, I doubt many of you are like CIA agents. Might be a few or some shit. Okay, but you guys got make sure you got the right facts before you go spell some shit all over the place. Also, listen, you guys should know. I don't know. You guys like to do the drunken Mary and stone Mary, and it's the first time I've had sex in 10 years, Mary. And for publicity, right? But that's what I'm trying to say is like anybody who has the power to marry people together in the United States of America, 3-day waiting period. Insist that they're sober, at the very least. If you're not like asking them some important life questions, you know what I'm trying to say. And no, excuse me, gays, lesbian, you stay the fuck away from me with your mouth trying to give me some shit about some crap. You people are who I learned all this fucking shit from. Like, oh, the lesbians just like next day they're buying curtains. We have to shut some sit down, adults. We do. Okay. It really has been the case. Like the United States of America and the internet. I mean, like, I don't think you guys kind of realize like where it actually emanated. Some of you understand. And on occasion I run across something that just ain't fucking right in most people's minds. So there's some people. Yes, Upper Bay, right? I doubt you can afford the kind of lawyers you're gonna need. Right. All autistic should have a buddy. Now, listen, this is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, back to Blue October. Fun music, right? I just decided, right? My family's deceased, but and I know I can't go out to concerts anymore. I love live shows. Yeah, well, I got old enough to where like I'm not just gonna be like in the snake pit or doing the mosh pit on purpose or well, if I knew like okay, my liver's failing, fuck it, I'm in there, you know what I'm trying to say? Screw it. I'll have like paperwork on me somewhere and it says like made a conscious decision that if she dies in the mosh pit, so we don't get in trouble. That's what I'm trying to say. I mean, I try to think of these things. You don't know why. Also, right? I've been managing some serious illness and emergencies time after time. Next to drugs and alcohol, I grew up with a whole fucking house full of some people are gonna get infamous or famous the hard way, or maybe even put in prison. See, that's my point. Get me. That's my point. What I'm saying is like, okay, this is also, listen, people of Cecil County, or people who really like building restoration, like historical building, right? Preservationists who have extra time, money, resources, got some friends live somewhere nearby, right? Drive by Ivy Hall in Cecil County, Maryland. Tell me that doesn't bother you just a little bit. You know what it says to be about Cecil County? Hey, fuck you. We're lazy and we don't give a shit. Well, this is kind of why people like want to leave. You know what I'm trying to say? Also, you really shouldn't have Larry Bethon like talking to people really for any reason because he's just fucking lucky I didn't get a peace order against him. His daughter belongs in much more intensive therapy instead of right. Yeah, quite frankly, yeah, I think she needs to be further away from him. Is what the fucking problem is. There's some people who should not be walking the streets that don't belong in prison, but there are a couple who might. What's anybody? What are you gonna do to me? You gonna somebody gonna come kill me? Come on. All right. Address here, 238 East Main Street. Number 7. Right. I am clergy, but I'm right specialist clergy. And that's not something really I need to be talking about out loud sometimes. But I think like in the US, like yeah, the government and the people like so many people marry people together for money is like, man, be responsible adults, all right? But this is what I'm getting. Like some of you got some voices. You gotta check your fucking facts, man. Okay? If you're not trained in international policy and some other shit and have been world travel and understand all the underpinnings of certain things, okay, listen to me. Well then pay attention to your goddamn country. Look around, people. Some of you sit inside your house and get online and bitch and complain and try and be like inspectors and trained people that you are not at all in any way whatsoever. Okay, trying to analyze video and oh, guess what went viral? Some asshole who doesn't realize that ring camera footage is not only in fucking black and white, but it's very, very slow speed. Yes, you have a stink bug. Congratulations. By the way, this is educational. Feel free to use it. It's free.